So in the beginning, you got to get there first. That's what is the most challenging part because you gotta deal with yourself as you're getting there. You understand what I'm saying? You dealing with yourself so much in the process of getting to where you execute the process repeatedly. You dealing with all of your shit, greed,
Pound, stop.
fear, because that's a combination of greed and fear
Hush.
when you want to make a withdrawal when you're seeing an amount of your account that you never seen before, that you're seeing for the first time. You seeing that amount for the first time now, it's like, oh man, let me take some of that out. And then you hit the withdrawal. But then exactly what Dion said. You make that withdrawal, next thing you know, you start doing other shit and start deviating because you rushing
All right, so we
to
live
get
on
back to where you was
IG.
before the withdrawal.
IG's live, and let me come get the link over
Bomb.
here. Where is it? When you come on, make sure that you like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure that you do so. Share, all of that good stuff. Where are we? Why don't I have the link yet? Pounds, if you don't be quiet. Hey. I'm gonna choke this cat out in a second. All right, where is my link? All right, there we go. All right, so let me just push this out real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start. And Cat, if you don't be quiet. Facebook did something. They're not letting you go back now to the old classic Facebook, so they have rearranged everything. And they're forcing you to use the new one. So I'm just getting a little acclimated with that now. It is not showing the preview. See, this is why I don't like when Facebook make a change. Like, come on, man. Because you'll make one change and now you can't do certain things the way that you are used to doing them. I'm like, why don't you leave stuff the way that it was? Oh, they are so annoying. Yo, they are super annoying. Jeez. All right, anyway, we'll just deal with it. Where are we? Pounds, if you don't be quiet. This cat about to get kicked out. All right. Listen, bro, you're going to have to hush, man. All right? Either hush or sit down. Go eat, do something. He mad. He upset at the kids. So he out here yelling at them. Go sit down, man. All right, anyway. So what else was I trying to do? All right, he's getting on my nerves. Yeah. So you hear me get up and now you be quiet, right? You can stay out here if you be quiet. You're gonna have to hush though. And don't you dare come near my wires. You try to shoot one of my wires, shame on you. I'm gonna give you one more chance, bro. Give him one more chance. You better relax. This dude, man. All right. Cat Chronicles. Still don't even have this where I want it to be. Your Facebook gets on my nerves. Facebook really gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, why? Why must y'all change stuff? Unbelievable. All right, let me see if I can do it this way. All right, there we go. Bruh, I don't want you. You've been warned, man. You've been warned. All right, let me come over to the chat real quick. I don't know if he's loud to y'all. He's mad loud to me, though. He's getting on my nerves. I'm about to... Is he loud? He's loud, right? Or is it me? Can y'all hear that? Hey, if you don't stop, you're getting ejected. Don't you understand? You understand? He's like, I kind of understand, but not really. You better chill out, man. All right, so you got one more chance, and that's it. Yo, cats is something else, man. They like people. They like old people. Don't do it. Don't do it. He looks at me. He's like, I'm gonna go over here and do it. Yeah, all right. All right. I shall return. Don't try to be quiet now. Nope, don't try to cuddle on me. Get out of here. I warned you, bro. I warned you. Come on, we're gonna take you somewhere better. Let's go. All right. I don't even think that's the right one. That's not long enough. That's the wrong one. Let me switch these. All right, that should be better. All right. Oh, gosh. All right, that took 20 minutes. Fucking with this cat. Let me find this chat real quick. All right, so there we have things thus far. Facebook is stupid. The cat is stupid. Just stupidity. That's how we'll set it off. And I don't know why Facebook is like this now. This is whack. This is whack. right, but we're gonna work through it. As always. All right. So let's see what we got. And yes, Jamal, it is. Same damn cat. This dude is something else, man. He's something else. He's actually a good cat, but sometimes he just be wowing. But anyway, all right, so let's see who we got. Jelani's in the building. Damon is here. What up? Walker's in the building. Yeah, got a cat, man. Got a cat. Ashton is here. Jay Carly's in the building. Mark G, Jeffrey, Charles, Nico. Look. Janati's like, Rant Man is coming. Kalish is here. Mo was in the building. EJ, what's up? Yeah, I don't know what he want. Or you see, what he is like he's spoiled. So his thing be like, all right, there ain't enough people around. So the kids left him and he just here. So he's like, where's everybody? You know, you don't count. That's basically what he's saying about me. He's like, you don't really count. I don't consider you people. I want the kids so I can jump on them and fight. Yeah, he likes to fight with the kids. All right, so good topic today, for sure. And we all situated. This right here is dark. Need to brighten this up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. All right. Why trading is such a powerful business to be in? Let's see. Yeah. OCD is always on deck. Always. It's permanent. Why trading is such a powerful business to be in? EJ, you mentioned that people take too many trades and hence why they lose. If people follow the training, can they not take all the trades or do you still have to limit it? How do you control yourself from over trading versus continuously trading even though you have met your daily goal, but what to get there quicker? What is your thoughts on that? That's a good question. That's a really good question, actually. It's not the first time that someone has asked that, but that anytime someone kind of asks that, it's always good to me. I think that that's a good question because it's the response to that makes that really good. So the market doesn't just all right, so first of all, let's just look at the market itself, right? The market is not just handing out trades to you all day. It doesn't do that, meaning that it's not going to present the same condition all day. So whatever condition it is that you need to be present, one, excuse me, and the duration that the market chooses to present that condition will determine how many trades you end up with. So, for example, if you know that you're waiting for the market to be in a certain environment and the market moves into that environment, but then you also need other things to be in place before you trade, it means that you have to literally wait until all of these things are in place. So you can't just assume that the market is going to do that all day, every day. Because for one, the market doesn't do that all day, every day. And two, even if you were present during a time when the market is handing out more trades than you can kind of handle for the day, I'm just using that as an analogy, but it's about limiting your exposure to trading at the wrong time. That is what's more important than thinking about what you're talking about as far as, well, what are there's a lot of trades. Should I limit my amount of trades that I'm taking for the day? You should always limit the number of trades that you take, period. Because you want to be in a position where one trade is so big, it's like you don't have to take another trade if you don't want to for a period of time. So I'll give you an example. The way that I always talk about this one thing in particular is like, well, what if you put yourself in position where one trade is big enough to cover your whole month's expenses? Like one trade represents a month worth of your expenses. So that means that for the whole month, if you were only to trade once, your expenses for the month would be covered. Now that's a powerful position to be in because you're not under pressure at no time. So if you know that you're in that position, and as a matter of fact, if you work your way steadily to that position without trying to put any type of either limitation or expectation on the market, then you now are positioned much better and with more efficiency. So you're not relying on anything to happen in order to meet the expectation that you set. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't want to set an expectation on the market just because, like, all right, well, if 4 trades come, I'm taking all 4 trades. What I tend to do is I'll never in a day trade more than twice. I won't take more than 2 trades. Why? Because there's no need to, and because it helps to force discipline in you. It's like, what if you don't create a limitation for yourself in a day? What'll happen is now you start seeing ghosts. You understand what I mean by that? It's like you start seeing stuff that ain't even there because you know that you can take all the trades that you want to take. Oh, the market keep giving them up, I'm gonna take them. It's like we don't even want to think like that. What we want to think like is, as long as the market is presenting trades to me at the right time, I'm concerned about being in a trade at the right time, and that's it. Now that may not happen in a day. Like for example, like today, I haven't taken a trade today. I didn't take one yet. I don't know who else might have, but I didn't take one. Now, I wasn't even observing all day, but during the time of my observation, there was no trade to take. So what do? I didn't get a trade. So what does that mean? You see what I'm saying? So if in your mind, you're like, well, I should have had a trade by now. Now you start moving into trying to force trades. And we never want to do that under any circumstance. So I would say that you want to limit your trades in a day to whatever your number is. For me, it's 2. Me personally, it's 2. I'm not taking more than 2 trades in a day. I don't have to, and there's no need to. That forces the discipline. You see, if you start getting into feeling like it's okay to trade as long as the market is giving up, then it's like, after a while, you might start seeing ghosts. In other words, you're seeing what might look like setups. They may not be valid trades, though, meaning that it might be the wrong time to be in the market. But because your trade keeps setting up, you keep taking it. If you keep doing that and you focusing on the trade and not focusing on the timing of the trade, you now have a problem because eventually you're going to get caught by that. The market is going to auto correct you and let you know, you thought this was it, huh? Nope. Nope, nope, your timing is off. And then you end up being in the same trade, right? It was coming all day, same trade, but the timing is wrong and you lose the trade. And that's why you don't want to take all of these trades, because you get into setup mode, you get into trade mode. When you're in trade mode now, you're not in market mode anymore. This is where this question comes from. Oh, well, how many trades? It's not about how many trades. It's about how many times have you recognized the right timing in the market to be in a trade? How many times did you do that? Does that make sense? That's a better way to look at this than to think about trades. It's definitely a better way. And that was a good response, I must say. Don said, my mono is the market was here before my existence. The market is here in my existence, and the market will still be here when I'm gone. That is a fact. EJ, yes. However, when you're trying to build to that position to take one trade, you need to do, say, 30 plus trades to get there. Yeah, and that's not a lot of trades. He says, so there's a tendency to take more trades to get there sooner, then slow down once in position for the income phase. But that's the thing. Why do you want to get there so fast? It's like, what do you define as fast? You see how subjective and how arbitrary that can be? Because you're making the determination as to what's slow and what's fast. To you, fast might be 30 days. To me, fast is 30 weeks. If it take you a year and change to get in position, that's fast. Because the point is that you did it. Now you're in position. And you took your time getting there. Like, I'm just using that as an example. A year and change is quick. For you to go from zero, which is basically not having the skill, to move into having the skill, to move into executing the skill over time, consistently, you basically started from nothing, and then you built your way to being in position to create full-time income. And you did that within a year and change. That's huge. Matter of fact, what I say just now? I said 30 weeks. Yeah, 30 weeks. So that's it. So that ain't even a year. That's like, what, 6, 7 months? About 8 months, we'll say about 8 months. So less than a year. So in less than a year, you get in position? In less than a year? You understand? We're talking about being in position where you can generate full-time income and have time freedom at the same time and have financial freedom. And being in the position to do it, you see? So now, if like however long that takes for you to get to that point does not matter. That's irrelevant. It happens faster by you not trying to make it happen faster. Like, it actually happens faster when you don't try to. That's a good way to look at that. But that's a good question. Payless, you also start to get an ego and have an expectation, which leads to getting smacked. That too. Michael, preaching the truth as always. TA for life. Michael, what's good, man? EJ, I was limiting to 3, but then have a tendency to go for the 4th. So I need to change my habit. And you talking about in a day? If you're talking about all of that trading in one day, that's a lot. That's a lot, because you need to do an audit to find out like what it is that you're doing in your trades. Excuse me. If whatever you're doing leads to that much trades in a day, I would look into how the market is looking when you're in your trades. Like, don't just look at the trade that you take. Look at how the market is when you take a trade. And do your diligence on that. Like, really look at the market so that you can get a better idea of the timing of when you're taking trades. because that sounds like a lot of trades. Like, what environment are you in? What's the movement like when you in these trades? 3-4 trades a day? That's a lot. That's a lot. So the reason I'm saying that is because it sounds like you're doing either different trades or you're doing the same setup in different environments and behaviors. And you got to keep an eye out for that. You definitely got to watch that because there's an inconsistency. If what you're doing is more so geared towards the trade setup than it is to the market environment and condition at the time, then I would say that you need to do an audit and just to look at things. Like, you want to look more at how the market looks when you're in your trades versus the setup that's coming to put you in a trade, if that makes sense. He said, I need to change my mindset. 301 mindset, man. If you watch 301 mindset every day, you'll be all right. It will change your mindset because it will help you to really think about what you're doing when you're trading versus just trading. Don, EJ trading is like climbing up a wall. If you look at the wall, you already messed up. If you focus on each ledge with the intent of climbing each ledge perfectly, it becomes light work. Process. Very good. Jamal, no offense, the mindset comes from the fear of missing out and not having enough. People are programmed to feel invaluable if they don't get the money every day. Woo! There it is. Oh, there it is. He said, all that matters is the month first. That's hard. Paley's 4 trades a day is a mistake waiting to happen. Yeah, because trading that many times a day is leading me to question what it is that you're doing, actually. Like, what do your setups look like? What does the market look like when you're in your trade? Like, you want to really look at that. Don, I'm not going to lie. When I first started, I traded a lot. But for me, I need feedback in all scenarios to know what works. That's how I'm built. And the same for me. When I some of y'all remember when I started recording, like in 2017 rather, I used to be taking 4 or 5 trades a day. I used to do that. But I was aware of the environment that I was in and also the behaviors. The thing was that I was trading in different behaviors. At that time, it just wasn't about like what I focus on now. I was doing different stuff. But I knew what the behavior was at the time of the trade. And that's what I would have confidence in. That's why I would be consistent when I traded. But I was taking way too many trades. And what I'm saying is that I was taking that many trades being in multiple environment and behavior sets. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't in one. Now I'm in one. I only wait for one type of behavior. I'm not trading in multiple behaviors and environments. I'm waiting for one behavior now. And that's why my trades are automatically going to be limited, because the market will decide whenever it presents that behavior. You understand what I'm saying? I'm letting the market dictate everything now versus me trying to, or not even trying to. I was successfully doing it at the time, but just me taking trades. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time, based on the behavior that I was aware of. It's like when I became aware of behavior and stuff that the market does, I could trade. I could just trade all day if I wanted to. But then I started to think about it. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't want to be here all day like this. Like, I'm all right taking two trades. Then after a while, I was like, you know what? I could take one trade. So I started cutting down the number of trades. And really what I was doing was I was isolating being in one condition in the market, unbeknownst to me at the time. I didn't realize I was doing that, but that's what I was doing. I kept eliminating all of the different environments and behaviors that I like to trade during. And I cut those down. And by default, the number of trades that I got became less. Does that make sense? E. Jones, what's up? Manny, what up? Oh, I see Sadiq there too. What's up, Sadiq? I'm just seeing you. I think Shavonda's over there. Let me see. Jerry Brown, Mark, what's your definition of going too fast? Going too fast is just when you're eager to trade and you're doing too much and you know that you're doing too much. It's like trading and not being clear on the timing, not being clear on the environment that you in. You just taking the setup that you like. That's going too fast because you're doing too much. Another way to go too fast is to be sitting in front of the charts all day. You start doing that, you start seeing ghosts. You start seeing stuff that ain't there. And next thing you know, you're trading. But like I said, when you do that, you trade in setups instead of trading the market. There's a difference between those two. When you trade in the market, you're trading when the setup is presented at the right time. When you trade in setups happen all day. So if you sit there long enough, you'll see your setup keep setting up. Oh, this is a setup right here. And you keep playing with the market, it might be a setup. It's setting you up. So you got to just be aware of your environment, your behavior in the market first, before you start thinking about the setup that you're taking. And that's the difference, you see? EJ, I think I have too much information in trading, which leads you to take trades, so it becomes an automatic trigger, and you can't do that in NADEX. This is exactly what I said that, and I didn't even know, and you just confirmed it. You see how crazy that is? You just confirmed what I just said. So what I would suggest that you do is to scale back on what you're doing, not how many trades you're taking. Scale back on what you're doing and isolate more of the market information and focus on that more so than the trade setup. And by default, the number of trades are going to decrease. You ain't going to take as many trades because you're going to realize, oh, wait, this is just a setup. But nah, the timing is off. You start looking at the market like, nah, the market ain't moving right. It's setting up, but the market ain't moving right. You see? So when you see that the market's not moving the way that it should, now the setup becomes irrelevant because you know that the time ain't right. So why take that? Why chance that? And then when you observe it, especially if you record it and look at how the market moves. And if that's the trade that you would have been in that would have slapped you, and you look back, you're like, man, I almost took that. And you start to realize, I need some tweaking and adjusting to make because I'm doing too much. And that's how you can break down what you're doing. It's like you got to reverse engineer yourself so that you can figure out what you're doing. Jamal said, you got to value the process more than the money, 100%. Jeffrey, do you know why you won those trades? He says, I know why I won. I also knew why I lost as soon as when I entered, but got caught up. Now, that right there. It's like, so if you know that you're going to lose a trade, why take it? If you still take the trade knowing that you shouldn't take the trade, that's you. That right there, that's you being thirsty and feeling like, oh, I could get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get another one in. This is setting up too. But then when you look at it long enough, you see, I don't know about this one, but you do it anyway. And it's like, so now you're losing for no reason because you could have just completely avoided being in that trade. The timing was wrong. So whatever it is that you saw that led to you knowing why you lost, it's good to know why you lost. Because now you know not to be present when the market is moving like that. That's more important than the actual setup that you see. He said lose. He's like, we don't understand that word. What's that? Yeah, but that's, EJ, that's good self-awareness to have. So just the fact that you know that already, you know what you need to do. Don said people feel invaluable because getting a paycheck from a job makes them feel that way. But like I say, trading is professional money. That's why less is valuable. Absolutely. And what's crazy is that less is more. But you have to switch your mental dynamic to know that less is more. You can trade less and make more money. You can take fewer trades and make more. What if you, instead of you dealing with quantity, you start dealing with quality? Like figure out the best overall trade to be in. The best trade to be in is the one at the right time in the market. That's the best trade. The best trade is not necessarily always the right or the best setup, I should say. I don't like how this one is setting up. Yeah, but if the timing is right. If the timing is right, I don't mind being wrong about the setup. Oh, I could have got a better entry. I don't really care about the entry. I'm concerned about the timing. If the market is right with the timing, I know I'm gonna win the trade anyway. I'd rather be in that trade than to be in the trade that sets up beautifully and then you see behavior and you're like, oh no, why'd I take that? And you hoping that it holds so that you win the trade. You need to learn what that looks like and study the market from every angle so that you can not be a part of anything that the market is doing when it's in that type of behavior and environment completely. Just like, don't be present with none of that's going on. Because I'm sure that if you've been around for any length of time, you've seen the market do all type of stuff. And you're like, man, I don't understand what that was. That's what it is, man. Yep, that's what it is. Ernest, what's good? Yes, you'll make sure that you like the video. Absolutely. EJ, yeah, you're right, Mark. I think I'm trading in different behaviors rather than sticking to one, which obviously leads to less trades. And I need to work on that. See, I got a crystal ball behind me. I ain't know that. No, but see, I mean, just from how you described it, I knew that that's what you were doing. Because nobody gets 3-4 trades a day doing one thing. You getting 3-4 trades, you're doing a bunch of things. Peleus, if you're getting 4 trades a day, you're not waiting for the process. Why are you in there? Get out of there. You're not waiting for the process. You're waiting for what you're seeing within the behavior. That day, follow the process, don't deviate. He said, that's all, wait for MRMH. I know that you're good, but too much skill can lead to a mistake. Very, very true. Very true. That right there leads to doing too much. Yep. Doing too much. Jamal, we want freedom, not bondage to greed. Ooh, that's hard. Balance, greed keeps you staring at the trade, not really seeing the market. That's hard. That's hard. Paley, so EJ, seems like you're aware, so you're on the right path. Just adjust and keep it moving. Yes, I agree. Yes, Ernest said, juice man tendency. Yeah, and it's easy. It's it's easy to fall into that. That's why you got to constantly work on mindset. That's why the 301 mindset is part of the daily. We do that every day because you need to have your mindset sharp. When your mindset is sharp, you automatically execute what you're supposed to. Like you don't think about it anymore. You just do it. And that's what sharpening your mindset and your thought process does. It allows you to execute the same process repeatedly. Eventually, you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's like, it's just a part of what you do. Yeah, very valuable. Very valuable. Paley says setup is not a behavior. Always remember that. That's a fact. Trade less, no more about the one that you pulled the trigger on, so that you don't lose. Hard to wait for, but a treasure when you get it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ernest, I know that's right. Like, listen, y'all go, this is your new school right here. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn about these markets. Yeah, I know that's right. EJ, from my humble experience, this trading, and especially NADEX, is more about you as a person working on the right habits. Rather than the trades. And I'm realizing that this is the hardest thing to change. Very good. Very good. That's Don DeMarco right there. That was hard. Yep, that was hard. Very good, man. Very good. See, and it's good to be in that space. Exactly what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying. Working on the right habits rather than the trades. Yes. Don, if you think about the money, you become a slave. If you think about the process, the money becomes a slave to you. Uh-oh. The walk-off might be coming. That's two. That's two. You better relax. Yep, money works for you. Ernest said trading is not a business, it's a lifestyle. Uh-oh. Jay Carly's in the building. Oh, you got 15 minutes? All right, I'll hold it down. Y'all gotta chill though. You see me positioning. I'm about to. Oh snap, Stacy, what's up? Look, Jay Carly all capped me. She said, "Do not walk off." Torrey, what's happening? Sadiq, no, I don't think he doesn't. No. EJ, you're not in training with us, right? I don't think he is. I don't think that he is. Jeffrey, that's why knowing less is so valuable. You start to see clearer. Absolutely. Okay, no, he's not. Yeah, no, he's not, Sadiq. Nope. EJ, you trade in the 5-minute binaries? What are you trading on NADEX? 5 minutes? Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, I normally don't tell people to get into trading, but if you trade in 5-minute binaries, it would behoove you to train with us because everything that we do specifically is using the 5-minute binaries in the market. So like we use the 5-minute binaries, but we're using that with market understanding first. So it's kind of like Not even kind of like. What it is that the process is reverse engineered. Instead of you looking at the binaries when you're looking for trades, you're looking at the market. Like this is how we do it. We looking at the market all day. Well, not all day, but I'm just saying when we're looking, we're observing the market, and then the trade comes. So it's different, man. It's definitely different. Ernest, Ayo's son calls me when he sees shit on the screen that I look for. He says, Daddy, it's getting there. That's hard. That's hard. I like that. That's hard. That's like my son talking about, are we getting closer to MRMH? I'll be like, what? What are you talking about? He come over peeking at my laptop talking about, are you getting closer to MRMH? Sadiq said, leave the dark side, EJ, join the force. Yeah, man, it's a fact. It is a fact, though. Yeah, but I'm glad that people do get value just being around, the vibe that is here on TA. Definitely, you know that the majority of what you do in the market has more. It has more to do with your mindset than anything, because your mindset will allow you to be focused when you're in the market. So you can't expect to be successful in the market if your mindset is off. You need stability in your mindset. And that leads right into what we wait for in the market. Stability. You need balance. Certain things happen when there's balance. You don't have to wonder if certain things are going to happen when there's balance. Does that make sense? You see how you remove guesswork when you balance things out? When there's balance, there's no guesswork. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you already know what to expect when there is balance. That's how we apply that to the market. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I agree. I agree. EJ's saying something interesting. He said, getting kids to do the observing, they may execute much better than us with bad habits or overthinking. Exactly. Kind of shows you what mentality you need to have when it comes to this. You need to have the mindset of a child where it's like you're only doing what you know to do. It's like you don't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And not to say all kids are like that, but most of them are. When you give them something, it's just like when they play video games. Once they learn how to beat the game, that's it. They just boom, boom, boom. They're just whipping you up. If you playing them in the game, they're gonna whip you because they know how to play the game, and that's it. They don't even think about it. They laughing at you. They're like, hey, what do you want me to do? Just take this like a man. Take it like a man. Yep. Sadiq, this is why 301 mindset replaced the other two. Facts. That's exactly why 301 mindset replaced the other two. And not even that, it replaced it, it just expanded upon it. It's like it took some of the most powerful points that I know work with molding your mindset to what it needs to be, and then it just focuses on it. Because I told you that particular, like 301 mindset is from a live stream from earlier this year on Valentine's Day, matter of fact. Yeah, that's where that's from. So that goes to show you, it's like certain things happen at certain times, and it's like a vibe. And that thing, when repeated, it puts you in the mind frame that you need to be in. That's what 301 mindset is doing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It works. Ernest, he said, I love TA. Even though I don't train, I bet I've been following Mark longer than most of you TA members. He might be right. I think the only one I gotta beat might be Jay Carly, maybe Walker. Yep, Ernest been around. That is funny. He's like an honorary member. Stacy, last night's training was on fire. At the end of the house. Oh, at the end the house burnt down. Yes. So you like that? You like when the elder does the benediction, huh? Oh snap! Oh, Shawty getting at you. He said, "Nah, Ernest, you bumped your head." Yeah, Shawty's an OG too, though. Yep, Shawty's an OG. Oh snap! Look, J. Carly putting her date. She's like December 22nd, 2017. Let's go. Oh my goodness. What's happening, Sherilyn? Sadiq said he wouldn't let his kids go to the supermarket. Right, yeah, they not all focused. Let's get that straight, first of all. Yeah, they ain't all focused. But you get the idea. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, the benediction. You don't know what a benediction is? When you in church, when they close out the service, that's the benediction. That is the benediction. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Jamal, he's hard with it. He's hard. Look, Ernest said, Shawnee, I said some. He's like, I ain't say all of y'all, damn. EJ, so on the topic, trading is a powerful business because it allows you to make dollars that Mark makes, and no job gonna give us that. This is a fact. This is a fact. Yeah, I don't know of a job that pays like this with the time freedom. I can't say that there's jobs out there that don't, because some executives make millions of dollars, but I'm just saying, as far as having the time freedom, nah, it ain't even close. Yep, ain't even close. Jamal, kids don't know lack until they're taught. They live in a place of it will happen because you said, what are you saying in your head? Yes, correct. Correct. Yeah, because it's like children are indoctrinated. Probably easier than adults can be indoctrinated. Because when you're an adult, you already been indoctrinated into something. So it takes more time to undo what you got and then replace it with something else. But kids is like having a clean slate. So it's like forcing yourself to have a clean slate when you start. And then that's what it is like to just become like a child in your mind so that you can be open to the information without being biased. Winston said 301 mindset pisses him off because it's directed to him. Winston, you should be pissed off. Nope, you should not be pissed off. You should be glad, man. You should be glad. Some of the best content came as a result of you. And nobody knew that it was you until now. You just blew yourself up. Nobody knew. Words I didn't know. Esoteric edification, benediction, word. Yeah, that's hilarious. Indoctrinated. Yeah, that's another word. Chess, what's happening? Don said, but them high paid executives are stressed. Right. See, that's why I said that, Don. That is exactly why I said that. They stressed. He said they can keep it. EJ said words I didn't know till Mark. It would behoove you. Yo, that is funny. I ain't messing with y'all. It would behoove you. And these are legitimate words. And if it ain't a word, we make it a word. Y'all know how that go. All right, so IG cut off. I'm not even gonna go back on there because the walk off is coming. Jay Carly, oh well, you shouldn't be upset. You were grateful that day. Oh yeah, Winston. Yeah, shouldn't be mad at all, man. Shouldn't be mad at all. You should be pissed off that you left the group. I'm just saying. You should be mad at that. But that's none of my business. I should keep a little cup of tea on the desk. So anytime I get my Kermit, I pull up the cup. Don says someone making big money but have no freedom ain't true wealth. Facts. Ernest, there are quite a few doctors that reduce their day job hours to concentrate on trading. Wow. That's good stuff. JB, so what do you teach? Teach you how not to lose. What's happening, Ozzy? Teach you how to look within yourself so you stop losing in the market. VWAP. Oh, you sound like you into crypto or something. All right, so you mean what do I trade? Trade binary options on NADEX.
Come on.
Binary options on NADEX. Now that's hard. Jay Carly said, personal elevation is not succeeded by leaving. Wow. That's hard.
Tell her I said Jay Carly's son.
Huh?
Jay Carly's son.
Jay Carly's son? Oh, like Daniel's son?
Yes.
Lulu called you Jay Carly's son. Jay Carly. Wax on, wax off.
Can't go in there
For day trading. JB, not familiar with that at all. Volume weighted average price. It's an indicator. Oh, if it's an indicator, I definitely don't know and don't really care. We don't use indicators with what we do at all. Now, we are the indicator. We are the world.
No.
We are the children. All right.
He's roaming around. I closed out the door.
All right. Oh, Ozzy, you in Portugal? Okay. Ozzy out in Portugal. Yeah, no indicators, man. No indicators, JB. You buy and sell. How? How do you buy and sell? Just go to NADEX and check it out, and you'll see what it is. It's just binaries on the Forex market. Binary options on the Forex market. Ernest said, leave indicators for Mazdas and Toyotas. Wow. Jay Carly, I thought about TA when Danny was learning to punch. It fit perfectly. I agree. I agree. Hey, man. Hey. Come on, man. He get mad when they leave. Yeah, it's Forex, JB. Yes, it is. It is on Forex. EJ, what made you switch to become so disciplined to not take trades other than exactly what you were looking for when it is so tempting to take more trades when there? The discipline really just comes from not wanting to lose. When you tired of losing, it's easy to become disciplined, like for real. Yep. He says always opportunities, apart from saying did not want to lose anymore. You must have read my mind. That's crazy. I didn't even read what he wrote yet, and I was already saying it. You on the vibe, EJ. I like that. He said, reason I say that is that you don't expect to lose until you do. And it's not even that you don't expect to lose, is that you understand why you're winning. Once you understand why you're winning, you know to only do that. And then you also go through a process of understanding why you would lose. And you know to never engage in that type of behavior or environment in the market. So when you're trading too many behaviors and environments, it's like you have to be in control of shifting in and out. Like if it's just like saying, if I know I'm gonna trade in 4 different behavior and environment sets, like if there's sets, I know that I'll trade within those 4, within the confines of those 4 different behaviors and environments, right? So now, as the market does what it does, I can recognize all 4 of them. So I can trade in any of them. You see what I'm saying? Now, I also recognize when the market is not in those 4. When it's doing something else, or when the timing of something is off, I got to be aware of that. I have to be able to see that, to know not to participate in a trade at that time. So you see how much work that is? So my discipline really came from not wanting to do all of this work. I was like, it's too much. I don't want to have to do all of this. I would rather have my time, you see, like to chill with the cat, that type of stuff. I'd rather have my time than to have to be always looking at all of these trades that come and filtering out whether or not they fall into the behavior and environment that I want to trade at the time. Wow.
Just because it's very stuffy in our room, and so the cat's in the window.
In our window? The door's open? You can leave them in there. I'm coming in a minute. Yeah, so it's like, it's too much. And that's more so what it was for me, EJ. It just became too much. And I wanted time. So the way I looked at that, I was like, you know what? I'm taking all of these trades. I don't even have to take all of these trades. I want to take fewer trades so I have more time. And it just was a gradual thing. Went from 5 trades to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2. Next thing you know, I'm doing 1 trade a day. And then at the point where I'm doing 1 trade a day, I realized, oh snap, every trade I'm taking is in one environment and behavior. Each trade I'm taking is in the same behavior. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh snap. This is much better because now I can just scale up. So instead of taking all these trades, I can just increase the contracts to make the same money I was making before. And then I started to do that. Y'all remember? I remember when I first traded 25 contracts in the group, and then I went up to 50. And everybody in the group was like, oh my God, like he traded 50 contracts. So you can kind of see how at this point it's like, damn, 50 ain't nothing. Well, no, for some of you, you still think that 50 is a lot. But I'm just saying, it's just all of this is numbers. But in your head, you weren't able to accept 50 at the time because you never saw it before. You never saw anybody do that before. Now you see hundreds of contracts on one trade and you're like, oh my God. But it's becoming more acceptable now too, because you realize, oh snap, I can get to that position in 30 trades. You see what's happening? Damn, if I know I'd been on this long, I would have went back on IG. My bad. But yeah, so that has a lot to do with it, man. That has a lot to do with it. But yeah, it did start from me not wanting to lose. Absolutely. Don, I hate losing. My competitive drive will find a way to stop losing. Self-awareness. That's me all day. That is me all day. Yep. Jamal, discipline comes from not wanting to lose. I don't care what y'all say. That's a Don DeMarco. We got to get a Don DeMarco because everybody is saying exactly what I was saying. Not wanting to lose.
Don DeMarco.
That's it.
Don DeMarco.
Yep. Jeffrey, once you know why you're winning and confident in your skill, why take more than 2 trades when presented? Just scale up your contract size because you're confident. Come on. Look how everybody is already on the vibe already. Like I said stuff, but this was already written in the chat. EJ, wow, Mark, your brain is wide so well. You have really gone through the trenches. You can only talk like you do to have really gone through the pain. I salute you as I really feel the words that you speak. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I love right there. I appreciate that. Because it resonates with you because you know, just like you said, that yeah, you have to have gone through in order to even sound like this. And that is a fact. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know, what I do enjoy doing, I like to share all the time, like all of my experiences and stories and how I did it, how I reverse engineered everything. Because the more that I share it, the more that I receive in return that elevates me and us collectively. So it's like the more I keep giving, the more I keep receiving in return. It just never stops and it keeps going. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Now new people come into training with us. People are brand new and they're understanding things like off the bat. They know what to do. They have their instructions. 301 on repeat, 301 mindset on repeat. They're doing it. They're doing less of the nonsense. And even those that get caught up in doing nonsense, they auto correct themselves before they do too much nonsense that leads to them leaving the group. You see, it's like the worst thing that can happen is you leave, because now you're leaving the actual thing that's going to keep this going. It's like you got to stay there. You got to just stay so that this can keep happening for you. This is how you're going to grow. You can't grow if you leave. When you leave, it's like you're really giving into your emotions and all of the BS that you have, and you're not dealing with it. But the problem is you can't run away from it. So even though you leave the group and you leave training, I want to do that right now. I don't really have time to do that right now. Oh, well, I'm tired of losing. I'm still losing. Well, you're leaving the very thing that's going to keep you where you need to be mentally first. You need to work on your mindset first. This is why I tell people, this is why I created 301 mindset. So people will be prepared before they even come into training. This is to help to wire you mentally before you even train. That's how powerful that video is. 301 mindset is crazy. Just listen to that every day. Just play it and just listen. And things start to do this. Light bulbs start coming on right away. You're like, wait, I'm just realizing, man, this is me. This is all me. I need to relax. I'm doing too much. Next thing you know, now you understand, yeah, I am doing too much. I'm taking way too many trades. And if I'm taking all these trades, I'm trading in too many different environments and behaviors. I'm doing too much. Now you're self-aware. Now you can stop doing that. You see? And that's why TA is powerful also, because not only can you stop doing it, we have the blueprint for you to stop. And it's like, stop doing that. And then here's the blueprint for what you should do. Next thing you know, boom, skill set is in place, the foundation for it. And now you start growing. You're growing from the foundation though. Instead of thinking about trades first, you're thinking about understanding market behavior and environment first. That's coming from the foundation. See, it's not the other way around. Most people think about trading first because they're thinking about money first. We are conditioned to not think about money at all. How do you think you scale up? You don't think about the money. You don't think about the contracts. This is all in 301 mindset. What I'm saying now is in 301 mind. Just listen to how it just comes out. I'm conditioned to be like this. And I continue to condition. I keep training. That's it, man. That's it. Yep. Charles, is Winston a gentleman who lives abroad who we were clowning for eating hot milk on cold cereal? No, that's not Winston. No, that's not Winston. I forgot who that was. That might have been Rich. I don't know. Because Rich is from the UK. I forgot. I don't even remember. Don, I felt when I ran up an account, I was actually losing because my mind wasn't balanced with my lifestyle. Making money super quick doesn't mean that you're winning. That's the walk-off right there. I'm just letting y'all know. That right there is the walk-off. I'm just saying. I'm going to save the Don DeMarco for that when I'm ready to walk off. That was hard. EJ, you must have burned through a lot of $100 bills to reverse engineer the process until you got to the winning process. In the past, I did, yes. I lost mad money back in the day. I didn't really lose a lot on NADEX initially. What I did on NADEX was I actually took the time to, on the 5-minute binaries, trade every binary. Like I took, it must have been 48, anywhere from 48 to, it was like a little over 2 days. For 2 days straight, with maybe one break in between, I traded every binary on the 5-minute and won hundreds of trades, lost 6 trades and was mad about the 6 trades that I lost because I didn't understand why. At the time, I couldn't understand why I lost 6 trades. So instead of me celebrating winning hundreds of trades, I was mad that I lost 6. And that's what began the reverse engineering process for me, because I was trying to figure out why I lost. I knew why I was winning the trades. I didn't understand why I lost the 6 trades. And once I determined what it was, from that point on, I knew what not to do. And I only stuck to the framework for what to do. And that was it. That was it. So like the reverse engineering process for me was actually trading. Like anytime I do a study or I'm trying to learn something, I actually trade with real money. And this was at the time I didn't even know that there was a demo account. I didn't know about the demo. I didn't know about the demo and didn't care because I never used the demo, even in Forex. I remember when I used to be testing my expert advisors when I was doing Forex. One day somebody told me, he said, why don't you try them out in the demo? I was like, what's that? Didn't even know what it was. So yeah, in the past, absolutely. Definitely lost mad money trying to figure things out. But I didn't really have to do that on NADEX because I already was familiar with the market. So I knew what I was looking at. I didn't know what I was waiting for yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to pick what it was that I was actually waiting for and then trade at that time. And that's what I learned to do. Yep. Hold on. I got to charge this phone before it cuts off. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm not walking off yet. I'm still with y'all. Let's turn this charger on. All right, there you go. Wait a minute. Is it overheating? Uh-oh. It's overheating a little bit. For this thing just cut completely off. But yeah, man. So, you know, the process was reverse engineered that way for me. And that's what led to everything that I've ended up doing, you know, like just over time and through what we now do through TA. So, yep. David O, what's up, man? He said the market is first, the trade is second. Facts. 326, my cousin put me on to your videos. Good insight. Yes, I definitely appreciate that, man. Your cousin did you some good, man. Cousin did you some good. Jamal, you just seen the 301? It's hidden in plain sight. Anthony Pandozzi, what up? Yeah, the replay. Replays on deck. Osman, what's happening? So EJ, what you said earlier must have been hard to pick one trade environment and let go of the rest, especially when you were used to trading so much like you say. How did you switch? Because sometimes you become used to being on autopilot. How did the discipline stay on course? It actually was not hard because you know what it is for me that made it very easy to do and seamless is that I didn't want to trade a lot. Like, keep that in mind when you like listen to what I'm saying. I didn't want to take a lot of trades. That was my whole thing. I wanted to trade less because I enjoy having more time. So I didn't want to take a lot of trades. That was the whole thing. It made it easy for me to eventually and really through an organic process. Like I didn't mentally say, all right, I'm gonna trade only one environment, only one type of behavior. I'm only gonna do that. I didn't say that. I ended up doing that as a result of taking fewer trades. And when I took fewer trades, I naturally drifted to the one behavior and environment that was the most comfortable out of everything that I was doing. Does that make sense? So out of everything I was doing, I organically ended up doing something that just came natural to me to do the most when it came to observing the market. So I would just observe, see it, trade. And I'm doing that automatically without thinking about it. In my mind, I'm like, I want to trade less. So I'm only taking one trade today. If one trade comes, take one trade, boom, one trade a day. And that's how I did the 1-a-day challenge back in the day. It was based off of that. Then I realized, I'm like, oh snap, every trade I'm taking is the same environment and behavior really. I'm like, okay, now I can actually teach this even now more efficiently. And that's when you started to see in the training, the elevation started to come and then things just kept going from there. Like it became sharper and more refined and more precise and more comprehensive, easier for everybody to understand out the gate. And that's how TA grew. So you understand that the reason that TA grew the way that it did is because I grew the way that I did. This happened organically. I didn't think about it. I just did what came natural to me to do. And this is what it is now. Like everything we do now is what came natural to me to do once I decided I wanted to trade less. I wanted to take fewer trades. I don't want to trade all day. I want to be around. You see what I'm saying? Now I naturally am doing this. That's what I'm teaching everyone else to do. And that's why the framework is the same. So when you see the trades that I take when I do challenges or projects, when you look at the market, you're like, there it is. Because you know through training that that's what we wait for. So now you're looking at the market. You're not looking at the trade. You see? So the trade becomes less important than how the market looked when the trade was taken. And this is how training elevates you. Because training is giving you only that, and you're not smothered or congested with anything else. Everything else like is kind of like irrelevant. You don't focus on nothing else. Focus just on what we do, and that's it. And that's why it becomes easier for you to execute, because you're not distracted and you're not like, there's no fluff. There's no extra stuff. There's no fat. You like the fat has been cut off. Yeah, so it is. It really is good stuff, man. Yep, it really is. Yep. Yeah, trade less. That's it. Train more, trade less. That's it. Yeah, that's what we do, man. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. So yeah, I needed Don DeMarco for who had said that earlier? Oh, that's what Don said. He said his mind wasn't balanced with the lifestyle, making money super quick. Making money super quick doesn't mean that you're winning. That's hard right there. I'm out.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.